It's Ask Ritu. Thanks so much for sending in all your questions across social media. Keep them coming. I love to hear from you. The question that I'd like to answer today goes like this. You don't have children. No, I do not. How have you dealt with the pressures and expectations of having children by a certain age? Well, that's a big question. So I'm in my 40s, and no, I don't have children. And let me just say this, I absolutely abhor the pressure that we put on women in particular to have children by a certain age, and actually just to have children, period. And I come from a culture, Indian culture, where it is completely abnormal, like so outside the norm, to be in a place where you are in your 40s and you do not have children by choice. And I have battled the pressure all my life, I would say. I knew from social messages as a teenager that this would be expected of me, that I'd have children. In my 20s and my 30s, I felt tremendous pressure to find a mate. I made a really good decision back in my 30s, so I decided to freeze my eggs almost 10 years ago now. And so I have 19 frozen eggs sitting in a freezer in Toronto. And if I want to use them one day, I will. And I've written a blog about it. You can check that out at ritubhasin.com. Here is the one thing that I have learned in my life thus far that has served me really well, and serves me really well in the context of all this pressure I feel from people around having children. And by the way, when I feel this pressure, it comes to me in ways like this. Are you going to have children? You don't have children? Wow, why don't you have children? You should really have children, like things like that. I have realized that when we change the way we live, or we decide to behave in certain ways in order to meet other people's expectations of us, we give away our power, because others then get to decide our happiness. In other words, when people expect you to do certain things and then you do those things to make other people happy, they get to decide your happiness. And in doing so, you're giving away your power. And I realized this a while ago, and I realized that what is the most important thing that I can do for myself is be authentic for me and live according to what serves me best. And I don't know whether I'm going to have children, even now with my frozen babies out there in that freezer somewhere in Toronto. I don't know if I'm going to do that, but what I do know is that it's really important that I make decisions for myself, and what makes me happy is the most paramount thing. And so when these questions come my way, I politely, or even more directly, say, no, don't know if I'm going to do that. And I stand in my power. And that is the most important thing, I think, for us, to make decisions based on what makes us happy, as opposed to acceding to other people's interests for us. So I hope this helps and inspires you. Thanks for sending in your questions. Keep all your questions coming across social media. Follow me on social media, and don't forget to subscribe to my e-newsletter at ritubhasin.com. Thanks for watching.